Welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Today is my tattoo tour. I feel like it's a highly requested video and we're finally here to talk about my tattoos, when I got them, why, choosing a style, and so on. So let's get started. I grew up in the Netherlands, and when I was in kindergarten and the beginning of primary school, my best friend at the time, she lived really close to school and her dad owned a tattoo shop and he was friends with my parents, so organically out of school I would stay over to play and we would hang out in the tattoo shop and just like play in the backyard and just like hang around. So I got like introduced to tattoos very early on. Like I would say I was like 4 till 7 when this was happening in my life. And my dad has a bunch of tattoos. My mom has, I think, like 6 or 7 now. So it was always something that intrigued me, that was normal to me. But at the same time, and it's something I always wanted just since I was little. As long as I can remember, I was always like, I want to get tattooed. When I was going to high school and I was introduced into, like, I was always the alternative girl. Then that kind of like evolved in being emo and like MySpace and everything. So I was very obsessed with traditional tattoos. And my dad, for example, has black tattoos only, and I just always was like, I'm gonna do color, I'm gonna do traditional, like colors like red, green, yellow, like the really traditional colors. And lo and behold, well, my first tattoo I got when I was 18. I had to wait till I was 18 for my parents to get one. I really wanted to get this lotus flower. It was done well, it was pretty, but it was in color. And at the time I wasn't ready to, or wasn't really thinking about the full picture. And that tattoo I got removed, so I don't have that anymore. The only color tattoo I have that I got on the same day is my little heart on my pinky. But I gradually got more and more tattoos. I was modeling for a while, so I was not really allowed to get tattoos, but I would get more and more. I've always been obsessed with traditional and just like evolved into just only doing black traditional. I'm really happy I did. I really love the patchwork type of tattoos. It's my favorite. I'm obsessed with it. And because what I love so much about like patchwork black traditional tattoos is that you can go to so many different artists that do similar styles and everything just matches so beautifully together style wise. And I don't know, I love the bold lines. I feel like you can clearly see there's a tattoo there. So I got, most of my tattoos are done in Austin, around Austin, and then also back in the Netherlands. I used to go to Amsterdam, Rotterdam, The Hague to get tattooed. Should we start with my most painful one maybe? So my most painful one has been my most painful tattoo. I got it done in September last year by Mark Walker. I wanted to get my palm done by him for forever, but he's in San Diego and I didn't really want to fly out there to just do it. So he came through in Austin through a tattoo convention and I got it done there. It was awful. It was so painful, more than any other tattoo I've ever tried. And yeah, I almost like call it quits, and I've never done that before with a tattoo. And it's not even the middle that hurt, it's more the outsides and like close to the fingers. It was awful. This is my neck tattoo. My neck tattoo I got done in January. This was a big one for me. It was something I always want. So I don't want my chest done, but I do want my neck fully done. And I knew it would kind of upset my parents. And so it was a hard thing to do, but I've always wanted it and I'm so glad I did. I love it so much. I'm obsessed with it. So flowers is definitely a theme that I have all ongoing with my tattoos. I love a good traditional flower. It works with everything. My hands are also one of my favorite tattoos. They're so classic. I love it. Then I got these mandalas over here. Those I got done early on, like the start of my sleeves basically. and I just love that they make it look a little bit more dainty. My best friend Lisa, she has tattooed Rebel Rebel, obviously a David Bowie song. I'm a big David Bowie fan. My mom is a David Bowie fan, so I have a few matching tattoos with friends and with my parents and my mom. So also I have my parents' initials over here. Then the key is a matching tattoo with my parents and my sister. This tattoo I have matching with my dad. It is the logo of our hometown, The Hague in the Netherlands. And then I have this cowboy boot with a cactus, which is a matching tattoo with my mom. I love Jurassic Park. I am a huge fan, and I am a huge Jurassic Park fan, so I obviously had to get a T-Rex. I also have a T-Rex skull over here. Then there's just like some silly little fillers, like this little stitch or flower that doesn't mean anything. Here's a little cup of tea that I got early on too. Like, it's a cup of coffee actually. It has my parents' birthday on it. Because a normal thing in Europe is to drink coffee in the evening, and that's something they strictly do on the same time every evening. So I thought it was funny to get that. Then I have my wedding date over here. 9th of July. I have a matching tattoo with my friend Rachel, which says "Get a Grip." Then you will also see a lot of cats. These two are for my cats that passed away. James loved boxes. He loved boxes so much, so that's why I got him portrayed like that. And this is for my cat Sue. Then there's like a bunch of flowers. Then this one is holding fries, French fries. And funny story, that is an inside joke from me and my friend Rosie, and she has it in color on her leg. It's just something in Dutch that we say, which is rattenpatat, which means red fries, but it just rhymes, so it's just like silly, and that's why we got it tattooed. Ever since I moved to America, I somehow keep getting Dutch tattoos, and this says alles komt goed, which means everything will be alright. The snake I randomly got tattooed by a friend at a festival, and I love metal music. You have to remember to love yourself always. Let's see, here's just more flowers. And Rilakuma, I love Rilakuma. Gratitude was also one of my favorite tattoos. Then here I have Hope is a Prison, which I basically got tattooed after I made it into a t-shirt design at the time when I still had a little clothing line going on. And for me, that was resembling a time in my life that was really rough, and that's why I got it. I don't want to go into depth too much, but it was at the time something I really wanted to get tattooed. Capricorn, so I got the Capricorn tattooed, stars, stands for me being an earth sign. And then Saturn is a really important planet for Capricorn, so I got that tattooed as well. Then the V is for my maiden last name. Palm trees. I have about 7 palm tree tattoos. I think I love palm trees. I love palm trees anything, so I'm probably gonna get even more, just so you know. Then these are just little signs that my tattoo artist had on a flash for like finger tattoos. So, and this says, so the word seek stands for wanting to achieve something, and I am such a goal-getter. I have such a passion and drive to work on things, and that just like resembled me for me. And I just love that word because I've never seen it before on anyone's fingers being tattooed, so I really loved it. I really love it. I also have a back piece, which I will not show because I'm still wanting to finish it first before I really show it. It's just a bunch of lines and flowers. It's not very interesting to me. Like I said, I don't want my chest tattooed. I don't want my stomach tattooed. But I have to say, I said for the longest time that I did not want my legs tattooed, and I started my leg sleeve, so you never know, right? Dutch flowers, so I obviously had to get that, and reminds me of home. This Una Loam tattoo I have with my best friend Lisa. She has it on the same spot. I know that a lot of people are against getting matching tattoos with people, but I just freaking love them. I think it's so special. Even if you end up not being friends with someone, which occasionally happens obviously with people, but the people that I got my tattoos with, I've been friends for so long, and those are just ride or die people. And even if something ever happens, you still cherish the time with them, right? So I love tattoos as a memory, and I just love getting matching tattoos with my parents because that's honestly just my favorite thing. When my parents came, my parents came to visit in November, and my mom and I got a matching tattoo. Again, she loves coming to America and just get matching tattoos with me, and I will show you in a bit because it's on my lap. So yes, I'm getting this lasered right now. That's why it looks so light. I've had like 3 sessions on it. I just don't like the placement. I wanted it a certain way. The tattoo artist disagreed with how I wanted it, so he said, so we like met in the middle, and I just like don't like it. I'd rather have something big here so it like matches that. He would ask me how to start like a patchwork sleeve, traditional sleeve. I would just say start with something on your arm, wherever it is. I literally don't really think about placement at all. If you want bigger pieces, then obviously you should like make sure that it all fits together. My tattoos are never bigger than a hand palm. They're usually even much smaller than that. I love small tattoos. I feel like you can get so many more on your legs than if you just do like one massive one. I've never been a fan of massive. Obviously do what feels good to you, but that's just my personal taste, that I'm just like not a big fan of like really big tattoos. So yeah, let's go and see my legs. So here I have a Polaroid with 2 skulls on a beach, and here we have a mandrake. I love Harry Potter. I grew up with Harry Potter. Harry Potter has been literally my favorite movie since I was a child, so I wanted to get something that was not like so obvious like the Harry Potter logo or, you know, Daniel Radcliffe or whatever. So I went with a mandrake because I love mandrakes. Also, you probably already noticed by now that I have no humans on any of my tattoos. I don't like getting human hands tattoos. I don't like getting faces tattooed. Only skulls, animals, flowers, and text basically. Here I have, this is like a flower that specifically grows in Scotland, and growing up I was traveling a lot with my parents and we used to go to Scotland a lot, so I got that tattooed for them. Then here I have some books. I am a big book lover. This resembles my cat Milton. It's a really famous traditional artwork from, can't remember, but it's like, you will probably see this on more people because it stems from a traditional tattoo. A little bit wonky, but anyway, this is Roquefort. He's from the Disney movie Aristocats. I love him with his little rain jacket on, so just like randomly decided to get him. So, gezellig is a Dutch word that has like no English translation. It's kind of like a feeling that you're hanging out with people, you're having a good time, but it's also like a cozy setting. So it's like my favorite Dutch word. Then I have a rose on my knee. I really want it to be darker, and I'm still going to get it shaded more because the artist that I got it done by, I said that I wanted a dark rose and he did this, and I'm just not happy with how it turned out. We have a leopard jaguar, and this is just a little holly from Christmas. I love Christmas. So just like randomly, I didn't know where to put it, so I put it here, but obviously this is all gonna go get full as well. Then here we have some peas in a pot and they're smiling. Another tulip. Then I got my best friend's name, Lisa tattooed. Her full name is Elizabeth. I love iced coffee, so I had to get a little skull with the iced coffee and peace sign, obviously. A little mood swings. My friend Jill, that does the majority of my leg tattoos, she had this as a flash and I just loved it. I love Christmas, I love cats, it's just so fun. These two, so I got recently. This is also a very traditional tattoo design that has been all over the place. So you will probably see similar ones like these all over, but it is a traditional one from back in the day. And this tattooed for my dad. He is a huge David Gray fan, and I love that song, and it was a reason for me to get another palm tree. Olives, I love olives. If you hate them, we can't be friends. Then recently I lost a friend, and this is what I got tattooed for her. It's still healing, so it looks a little icky probably. I got this specifically tattooed because she loved the movies with the Toro. She would watch them over and over again. And this is something that she drew a lot after she would like end a letter or a note. So I decided to put that when I got with my mom. She has done the same. I forgot to show you my foot tattoo and my little toe dots. I love them so much. I got matching tattoos with my friend Cecile. She has True to Flames and I have True to Fire. I would consider myself a tattoo expert just because I've gotten so many tattoos over the last 12 years of my life, and I've always been in so many tattoo shops. Sometimes tattoo artists even have less tattoos than I do, so something to consider. If you have any questions about placements, about healing or anything, just let me know, because I feel like I can answer a lot. Obviously I have no idea about techniques of shading or whatnot, but like for all over healing, pain expert, or pain, either like healing, placement, pain, I'm your girl. I was on the international cover of Tattoo Life magazine in 2020. There's also an interview in there for I believe it was like 5 pages. Honestly, I haven't opened this in forever. All about my tattoos and who I go to and whatnot. But yeah, if you have any questions about tattoos, let me know. There are so many different opinions about numbing cream, and I actually have been using numbing cream over the last few tattoos I did on my leg. You obviously always have to ask your tattoo artist if he's okay, or if she is okay with you using numbing cream, because it does change the skin texture. And for example, my artist that did my neck tattoo did not want me to use numbing, but I just love doing it occasionally because it just like helps you have a full day of energy after. Because sometimes you get tattooed, because for me personally, if I get tattooed, I get really tired after and I'm just like craving fast food and I just want to chill. But if I use numbing cream, I personally just feel like I can still have the whole day to myself to actually be productive. Zensa Skin is the only one that has worked for me so far. I still have a couple. I love it. It's super helpful. Really make sure if you do try like to airtight after and really leave it on for like an hour or so. That's the only way when it works for me, and this has been the only brand that has been working for me. I do have a discount code for you here below. This is not sponsored or anything. I'm just like very, very passionate about this brand, and I just feel like it's really great numbing cream. Ideas. I get inspired by so many different things in life. It's usually memories, certain flowers, or certain areas in my life that I feel like I need to get something tattooed. So yeah, it's like all over the place, because people ask me all the time, how do you know? I just know. Like, I am a human, from human design's perspective, I'm a manifester, and if something gets into my head, I'm gonna get it immediately. Like, I don't like think about things more than once. I either want it or I don't. I have no doubts when it comes to tattoos, and I know that that is very shocking for a lot of people, but that's just how I work. That's just what works for me.